Sankaya. So hello to all of you. So I'm at a very big monastery. I think it's called Silai Silai Monastery. It's a Chinese monastery, Mahayana. And behind me is the gate, and that way we have the mountains. Everyone can see here. Okay, see the mountains back there. See if I can get a good view of the gate and the mountains. Trying to get the two. I'm here meeting with one of my top contributor and supporter in Buddhism under this program. And it's funny. Now I get to say, I went all the way up to mountains to meet with you. We have a very good relationship, teacher to student relationship. And he is top contributor under this program. And there was one time referenced Novice Ethan's ordination, and a day before Novice Ethan was ordained, he sent fundings for the ordination program, and I was able to capture that on my phone, right? So he FaceTimed me, and I was able to grab another phone to videotape that interaction. And Novice Ethan was in the room when he called, and Darren said, "Thank you so much for doing this for all of us." And it was a very emotional moment. Why today important? Why am I talking about top contributors to this program in Buddhism? Because we need more people like Darren. Well, 2 years ago we had 200,000 more millionaires in the United States. Somewhere down the line, I don't see any news of any one of them contributing to Buddhism. Right. Remember Professor Yuval Noah Harari? How he talks about the emergence in the future of useless humans? Those who don't give are useless. Let me say that again. I think you guys heard it the first time, right? In Buddhism, greed, anger, ignorance. How do we get rid of greed? By giving. By letting go. By giving. By giving, you let go. So technically, from the teacher and master standpoint, is when a student doesn't give, doesn't know how to give, doesn't want to learn how to give, right? The two things I always say: they don't know how to give, they don't want to learn how to give. Then that particular human is adjudicated, wisely so, by not just this tradition, but any other, to be quite useless. You all can agree. Now what's the total opposite of this? Look at the many miracles in life. Look at the hospitals, in the systems of generosity, the wall of generosity when you go to hospitals. And how beautiful to see the many saints in there contributing, making it possible for hospitals to operate and to cure people and to operate on those who cannot afford. For example, the Baycare system has the financial program where they help patients who cannot afford. Guess who's one of those patients? Me. So I'm alive today as a direct result of people who have contributed to those hospitals, right? Because monks don't have that kind of money to pay co-pays, deductibles, and stuff like that. Every day people become more greedy. Every day people become clinging on to things. So today when I meet with Darren in the next couple of minutes, maybe he's walking up right now, I don't know about, you know, people will get to see a face of a supreme donor. Supreme donor. No different than yesterday I declare that we have a Queen Ahsoka. The world has never heard that before. Nowhere in Buddhism there's a Queen Ahsoka. I declare, under my program, I now have a Queen Ahsoka. Everyone knows King Ahsoka, but now we have a Queen Ahsoka. And that's, you know what we need more of? Those type of people who never stop thinking about other people. Never stop thinking about how I can help and continue to help relentlessly. Relentless pursuit of excellence in generosity. Relentless pursuit of excellence in giving. Yes, indeed. And so, today marks that, we're in California, beautiful scenery. And my conversation with Darren will include the establishment, the pursuit of the establishment of nonprofit in Georgia and perhaps Florida. Working on a website right now, so updating him on what needs to be done in the future. We're going to update him on why we need more novice in the novice program. Making that impact, making that very potent, effective impact onto the cancers of the mind. That's what we are fighting here. Monks are doctors. And what do? We treat and we cure the cancers of the mind. Look all around you. Look at where you work. Look at where you are in society. Look at how people, how greedy they are, how toxic they are, how in denial they are. Those are cancers of the mind. How about stubbornness? How about their mind is like a diamond? We are the hammer that addresses that diamond. Nothing good happens when a person is that stubborn, that hard-headed. Everyone here can testify to somebody in your life. Well, a million things that I can say and to describe the what in the problem. But I'm pretty sure if you all dig into CNN.com, you all will find out the what. But today we address the how. And today, as I meet with Darren, who is the CEO and top contributor in Buddhism, he is my trophy, per se. He is my trophy to showcase to the entire world that we need more people like him. And that every single one of you can be like him. Oh, he just advised that he just parked. You're going to see his face here shortly when he walks up. In this lifetime, if you're ever blessed with the gift to see, now you get to see. Now you get to see people who give nonstop of what they have to say, how they feel about contributing. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel knowing that you've changed someone's life? How do you put yourself to bed at night? And think about the reflections of the opposite of that. How does that make you feel? What do you feel going to bed knowing that you're hanging on to your money, hanging on to your possessions, you're accumulating more, and not contributing to the alleviation of suffering that you had the privilege to know and you had a duty to act, and yet you did not act. In a life of regret, the fortification of regret. A lot of people go to bed at night with that mindset, with that. Believe it. Believe it. Here he is. You're about to show your face on live.
Oh, am I? How are you?
You look good.
Oh, thank you.
Cali. The Cali man. How are you?
Good, how are you? How are you? Oh, you're all
Come.
set up here.
Come. He just paid his respect on the floor to me. This is Darren. Look
Hi,
at him.
everyone.
Yeah, he's not single, so you cannot ask him for his phone number. I was telling them how you were a top contributor to my program and the Novice Monk program that you have been able to witness in the videos that I sent you. I've been asked to establish a meditation center in Georgia.
Oh, wow, really?
That's in the works, and a website's in the works, and nonprofits in the works.
That's great.
And what, you know, a lot of people are now scratching their head. You know, I kept my Vietnamese language in the box for so long because, well, I mean, I serve the court system.
Mm-hmm.
So if I hang out with a bunch of Viet people and they get in trouble with the law, I have to tell the judge I know them. So I kept the cat in the hat and just kept it there. Plus, there's a lot of politics in serving the Viet community, so I just wanted to just enjoy my peace serving the Western people. But now that they're discovering me, they're like, well, how come you don't have a nonprofit all this time? 10 years, perhaps. And I said, it takes a minute to trust people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want, you know, a bunch of people on your boat and then they end up sinking the boat.
Yeah, that would not be good.
You know, and I was in the midst of working on my book and everything else. And this novice stuff takes a lot of time babysitting these kids.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm up here
Lots
with
of patience.
Yeah, I'm up here with the most venerable, and the most venerable, they're 80. They're 80 years old. So they've been babysitting all of us. And you watch them just sit back and relax a little bit. And just, what a life well lived, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there hearing them address a lot of issues about young people not coming to monasteries, how everyone's moving away from religion, both Catholic and Buddhism. Secular world's winning. The advertisement world's winning.
Yeah.
The entertainment world is winning. You know, subscriptions winning.
And I think the way that people are reached is changing. The internet has changed and is going to be changing even more everything. People are not prepared for the rapid amount of change that's going to happen in the next 10 to 15 years. You know, and I think that the way, I think you're an example, like, of how Buddhism is going to need to change with that to reach people, you know, and because you reach so many people virtually, you know, that's, I think, where things are going for the future.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful to come here, and I actually love this place. It's very special to me. But for most people, this is not, I don't think, in the future how they're going to connect. They're going to connect this way.
The problem is, with all the people that I have reached, none of them contribute to Buddhism like Darren does.
Can I listen for a bit?
I'm sorry?
Can I listen to your conversation?
You can?
Thank
Yeah. You can observe.
I'm just fascinated. I don't mean to be obtrusive.
Oh, no, you're good.
No.
You're good.
Yeah.
And the world's becoming more greedy. You know, the Buddha taught greed, anger, and ignorance of the Four Noble Truths. And it's like people like you are very rare in the world.
Thank
Over
you.
and over again. You occupy 40% of my brain.
Oh,
To
thank
think
you
about
so
it.
much.
And as I tell people across the world here, is that I should be spending my time visiting all of my saints that give so much. But there isn't that many out there in the world that that expresses that giving by, you know, that expresses that generosity by and through giving. I mean, look at this monastery. How did you guys think? Did they like win the lottery to build this? And the amount of peace, the enormous amount of peace that people have coming into a place like this, and a sense of community.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, is a sense of community. there's that, yeah, like living online in their own little world versus real people, human, not AI.
Well, and that's actually very important because when we meet people in person, there's a neurochemical in our brain called oxytocin that's released that is not released this way. So, this is why we have more people who are more connected than ever before, but feel more alone than ever before, is because in person you have the neurochemical makeup of your brain that actually reacts to other people, and you don't have that virtually, which is one of the problems.
And then because I stole a hug from him, my oxytocin went to the 10th power. So it's daunting task and challenge for the younger monks like me now. Because, I mean, of course, the most venerable were also discussing about corruption and wrongdoing previously. I mean, that exists anywhere with philosophies and religions in the world. And I'm like, well, yeah, we got to clean up that mess from the generation before us. And but I'm like, I was driving in the car with the most venerable, and I said, I'm never gonna stop. This is a good fight. It's a good fight. It's swimming up the stream, but it's like if I don't swim up this stream, there's no other stream to swim up that is worth it. There are
Yeah.
certain fight that is well worth it,
Mhm.
and the fight to expand and promote Buddhism is well worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, 100%. And to
You
be
are
able,
Theravada.
Theravada, yes.
From which country?
Vietnam.
Theravada in Vietnam is not
Yeah,
common.
like 5% in Vietnam is Theravada.
Ah.
Yeah.
那你会说中文吗?
I don't speak
Oh, you
Chinese.
speak Chinese, only
Vietnamese.
I studied Theravada in Sri Lanka.
Oh, I see.
That's why I did my training. So I know it well. I only came to this later.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, but my heart was like Namo Tasso Bhagavato Arahato
Right.
Samma all that stuff. Right?
The
It was
Pali,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, man. God bless.
Yeah, thank
Good
you.
to see you guys. Good luck, man.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
God bless.
Yeah, when are you gonna ordain? So you can say the same thing. Yeah, I'm Theravada too. What's up, homie G?
yeah. Well, I mean, you're in. It's hard. You're hard to keep up with. Are you in Arizona or are you going to be in Georgia?
I'm gonna be at your house. I'm gonna drive Chris crazy too. So right now I'm watching the temple in Arizona because they got stuff going on the 9th of September all the way to the 16th of September. They've asked me to be a resident monk there, but I have so much going on there. I've been shipped overseas to counsel a family. The good news is I cannot fix families within 24 hours.
Oh wow.
Here in Cali, I had. We'll discuss when the camera is not rolling. But I was counseling these two boys, 18 and 24. I fixed the entire family in 48 hours, and when I was there, that's why it's hard to keep up with me because I'm so quick. And I think I'm like the living proof of what is it? What is that one therapy that's called quick solution, focus based?
Short-term therapy. Yeah.
Yeah, but like 48 hours.
Wow.
Because once you get the truth out of people, the truth need to come up quick.
Mm-hmm.
This is crap is hitting the fan right now in this family. How did you get here?
Yeah.
Right now, tell me. And this color is penetrates immediately into their soul for the truth to come out. And once the truth comes out, how easy we can deploy, what we need to deploy. We can give them world-class recommendation and advice.
Yeah.
Boom, like that. And then they believe it because that's the difference between us and therapists is that they can elude you. They play games with you. They're less likely to trust you right away.
Absolutely. They
Right away.
do not trust us right away. It takes so long.
Resistance, projections, and what is that one where they think you're like the dad or the mom in the relationship? What's that called again?
Projection? Transference?
Transference. Yeah. But I'm able to cut through all of that, and within 20 hours, they're at peace. So I have to redefine that because when I'm like, I can fix a family, like, what does that mean? You fix them? I would say that I brought them to peace. And in Arizona it was a 24-hour case, but here in California it was 48 hours. So, yeah, then there's a shortage of therapists. There's a shortage of monks that are trained in psychotherapy.
Massive shortage.
Massive, right. So the masses of suffering that will come later in life. So I really like Cali. I really like this right here.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. I hope to come back after my trip to Asia. Oh, but I have a surprise for you.
Oh.
You're gonna love it. I'll show you here. It's gonna be behind the scenes stuff.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm coordinating with a 30-year-old Rinpoche
Oh, wow.
that have demonstrated, and I'll send you the link. I want you to analyze it.
Oh.
I want you to analyze his mind. I want you to jump into his mind.
Okay.
All right, this is now behind the scenes stuff. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you all.
You must have GT13 classification to listen to what we're talking about. Till the very next time, we may go up there in the main hall and record again.